Welcome back to another episode of UCA News, and welcome back from spring break.
We hope that the break was fantastic. We are glad to see you here today.
We also hope that you've been able to jump right back into your work as we make a push to the end of the year.
Believe it or not, we only have 8 weeks of school left.
That is an outstanding fact. Hey, we know something about facts. Play the jingle.
Fact of the week. Ba-da-da.
Did you know that footprints left on the moon will be there for millions of years? That's because the moon doesn't have wind or rain to wash them away. So when Neil Armstrong took that famous first step in 1969, his footprint and all the astronauts' footprints are still there today and will be for a very, very long time.
That was also a fascinating fact. These facts may seem like useless pieces of information, but I am sure they will come in handy at some point.
Yeah, like on a test. Maybe some of our facts will show up on this year's Rise or Aspire testing.
I wouldn't recommend studying our facts of the week to prepare for those tests. You should probably focus on math, reading, and science.
And don't forget to practice your writing if you're in 8th grade.
We are full of good ideas related to state testing, but we are no experts. Let's go out to test-taking survival expert Tess Testerson for some tips to help you prepare for the Rise and Aspire testing.
Welcome back, test survivors. I'm Tess Testerson, test-taking survival expert. Today, we're trekking through the wild world of Rise testing. Whether you're deep in the jungle of language arts or scaling the cliffs of math, I've got the survival tips you need to conquer these ritual tests like a pro. First, secure your base camp. Find a quiet, distraction-free zone. This isn't the time for multitasking or listening to your favorite playlist. Tell your family, your dog, and your neighbor's cat it is serious testing time. Make sure all your gear is ready. That means your computer is charged, your internet is steady, and you've got all the supplies you need. Scratch paper, pencils, and maybe a water bottle to stay hydrated. A test take without supplies is like an explorer without a map. Where's my map? Anyways, don't rush. Take your time and pace yourself. Read every question carefully, like you're decoding an ancient scroll. Rise tests are about showing what you know, not how fast you can click. You've trained all year. Trust yourself. Don't let tricky questions rattle you. Well, they did before, but I digress. Stay calm, stay focused, and tackle each question one at a time. Surviving Rise testing isn't just about skill, it's about attitude. You've got this, brave explorers of knowledge. Now, go forth, conquer those tests, and remember, the strongest tool you have is your brain.
This isn't the first time we've seen Mr. Testerson on UCA News, and I hope it's not the last. They always bring such great advice.
During that segment, we were talking, and we realized that we should have taken some time to give you more info about the upcoming tests. Let's go out to Dino and Miko to find out more.
Thank you, Maxwell. State testing at UCA starts next Tuesday. That's less than 1 week away.
We wanted to share some important information and reminders about these tests.
All communication about your testing time and location are being sent out this week. They will also be added to your planner. It is essential that you and your learning coach are regularly checking your webmail and your planner.
We're going to repeat this because it's so important. Check your webmail and your planners.
I don't think yelling was necessary, but I do think it's important to get the point across.
If you have questions, then please reach out to your homeroom teacher or advisor. It's better to ask those questions now than on the day of the test.
That is true. This year, we will all be testing from the comfort of our own homes. Make sure that you have a quiet and comfortable place to take your tests.
You must also be the only person in that room.
It's not just important, it is a requirement. Make sure it's just you in the room.
Another requirement is that you download the secure browser for your test. If you haven't downloaded it yet, then make sure you check out the webmail about testing. You will not be able to do the test unless you have the secure browser installed on your computer.
You will also need a working camera and microphone to take this test successfully. Please make sure yours are working properly.
And finally, you will notice that you have several testing dates on your planner. That's because we are spreading out the tests and you will only be taking one test per week.
My brain is very thankful for this change.
And I know that I will do way better on my tests because they're spread out. Last year I did them in one day and I was exhausted after the first test, and I still had 3 more to go.
We hope that you all have an amazing testing experience this year. If you run into any problems or have questions about anything test related, then you need to
Reach out to your advisor or homeroom teacher. We have worked so hard this year. It's time to show off what we've learned. Let's crush these tests.
Good luck, UCA.
I'm so happy that we're spreading the test out over a few weeks. I hated taking all of the tests in one day. I was so tired by the end of testing last year.
I think that we have made a few really good changes that will make state testing better for everyone.
We have a few more segments before the end of this episode, but this seems like the perfect time to pause for our joke of the week.
What do you call a company that makes products that are just okay? A satisfactory.
That was the perfect mid-episode break. What do we have next?
For the last several weeks, we've been sharing book recommendations. We're still going to give you some recommendations, or recs as we call them.
But this week we won't be recommending books. We've got something different for you. Let's go to Orion and Zoe to find out more.
Hey, UCA students, testing is coming up, and we know it can feel a little stressful.
That's why we're bringing you a playlist packed with clean, fun, and super positive songs to get you in the zone before your Rise or Aspire test.
These tunes are safe and sure to put you in the right mindset.
A perfect reminder that mistakes are okay. Just keep trying. It's a total confidence booster before any test.
This one's all about inner strength. Play before the test and remember, you have the power to do amazing things.
Get those good vibes flowing. It's hard to be nervous when you've got a song this fun in your head.
This one is calm but powerful, perfect for calming those nerves, remembering that your dreams are worth working hard for.
Remember, it's not just about what you know, it's about showing up with the right mindset.
A great playlist can help with that. So hit play, take a deep breath, and do your best.
You've got this, UCA.
Music to listen to before state testing? I love this idea. Music is the perfect thing to help you get psyched up for a test.
Next week, we'll be recommending some inspirational videos to watch before testing. Make sure you check out next week's episode for those.
Feed good music to your ears. It's a good thing to do before testing, but feeding your stomach and your brain is also important.
That's why we wanted to share a few simple snacks you could eat before testing to give you the fuel you'll need to Hulk smash those tests.
Well, UCAers, thank you for joining us on this week's episode of UCA News.
Try your best on your Rise and Aspire test next week.
We will be back next time, but until then, please remember that we are
You.
See.
A.